Hello everyone, today I'm going to be trying the mooncakes from Sheng Kee Bakery in celebration of the Mid-Autumn Festival. The Mid-Autumn Festival is also known as the Moon Festival, and that's one of the reasons people eat mooncakes, because they're in the shape of the moon, and when you cut them open they oftentimes have a salted egg yolk in the middle, so it looks like the moon. Make sure to click subscribe if you're interested in more videos like this, and let's go get some mooncakes now. I'm back from Sheng Kee Bakery now, and we got a pretty wide variety of mooncakes. I got some mooncake flavors that I've never heard of before, like Matcha mooncakes to Lychee flavored mooncakes. In the past I haven't been the biggest fan of mooncakes, but I have a feeling that I might end up liking some of these mooncakes because we got some pretty interesting flavors. If I can recall, the last time I had a mooncake was over 10 years ago, so I think in the meantime my taste buds have probably changed and I might have acquired a taste for mooncakes. When I was at Sheng Kee Bakery, there were so many different mooncakes to choose from, and I really didn't know what to get. I have to admit, when I saw those mooncakes I was kinda in shock, and I looked kinda lost, so this old Chinese auntie decided to help me out, and she told me her favorite mooncake was the Oolong flavored mooncake. Something that I've learned over time is it's always good to take advice from your elders. Since they've been around a lot longer than you, they usually have great bits of advice to help you out. Another thing I've learned since the last time I tried mooncakes is that you're supposed to cut them in half or even in quarters because they are very dense and overly rich, so you really don't want to be eating an entire mooncake in one sitting. The other reason why you cut the mooncake into pieces is because you're supposed to share it with your family, and generally the eldest person in your family is the one that is cutting the mooncakes. Let's just get into our mooncake tasting now. I'm really looking forward to it. The first mooncake I'm going to be trying is the most basic mooncake. It's the mooncake filled with salted egg as well as lotus paste. This mooncake is a lot better than I remember it. The outside tastes freshly baked, it's nice and toasty, and almost tastes a little bit nutty and caramelized, and the inner filling is delightful as well. The lotus filling almost reminds me of a white bean filling. It's nice and pasty, but not overly so. And the salted egg in the middle is actually really nice because it adds a nice saltiness, but it's not overly intense, so it just complements the flavor. It's almost like adding salt on top of your chocolate chip cookies. And you know what? This salted egg yolk really reminds me of the sticky rice that you get at dim sum that's filled with salted egg yolk, and that's one of my favorite dim sum dishes. Now I'm going to be moving on to this really large mooncake. I cut it into little pieces, and this one is filled with red bean, and again with salted egg yolk. That one's extremely salty. I do have to admit this one was a little bit of a disappointment, and I really think it's due to a quality control problem because the salted egg yolk on this one was extremely salty. In my opinion, it's not even edible because it's just like biting into a giant crystal of salt because it's that salty. However, I'm still going to finish the rest of this because I'm just going to remove the yolk, because other than that it was really tasty. I love the red bean because it's incredibly smooth and it pairs really well with the pastry outside. Oh wow, this one smells really good. I'm gonna have to try this one next. This is the pineapple mooncake. This one for sure is my favorite so far. It's just so addicting. The outer pastry layer is very thin, and the texture again is nice and soft and slightly chewy, and the flavor almost reminds me of a mild shortbread cookie, and the inner filling is what makes it great. It's a pineapple jam, and it's so chewy. It's almost like a taffy sort of, and it goes really well with the outer pastry. Wow, you're gonna love this if you like pineapple. Next is the chocolate lava mooncake. And I was really excited to try it, except for about a second ago when I smelled it, because it smells really artificial and almost chemically. It reminds me of those scratch and sniff stickers, or maybe a scented eraser. But let's see how this is. And it tastes exactly what it smells like. It just tastes like you licked the scented sticker. Next, I'm going to be trying the Pimelo mooncake, and I have a feeling this is going to bring back some memories. My grandma used to grow these Pimelo, which are giant Chinese citrus fruits, and I would look forward to visiting her because she would always have some fresh Pimelo for me, and they have a really unique flavor. So I'm a feeling they're going to go great with this mooncake. I'm really loving this one. The Pimelo has such a unique flavor. It's so light and fragrant, almost like a mild grapefruit, and it goes great with the filling, which I found out is made out of soybeans. So this one definitely tastes almost like a white bean filling, and it goes great together with the pastry. All the flavors just meld together so nicely. Next is the Custard lava mooncake, and this one I'm a little bit worried about because it smells like it's made out of salted egg, so I'm worried it's just going to be a little bit on the salty side, but hopefully it isn't. You know, this one's just alright. I don't hate it, but I also don't love it. It just tastes like a mooncake filled with almost like a melted, salted artificial butter. So it's a little bit strong tasting, but it's not too bad, but it's not really great either. Now for the coconut mooncake, and this one looks like it's filled with a shredded coconut filling. This coconut mooncake is pretty good. The dried inner coconut is a little bit on the dry side. However, it's not quite as dry as I feared, but I made a rookie mistake, which is not getting some hot tea with this, because I feel like that would just elevate the mooncake. It would enhance the flavor, and it would prevent it from getting too dry. Now for the banana mooncake. I'm already noticing a great trend with these fruit-flavored mooncakes. It just tastes like they're filled with a dried fruit jam, and this one definitely fits that expectation. It just tastes like a dried banana in here, and this almost reminds me of when I got dried apple bananas in Hawaii, because it's nice and chewy and very sweet and rich in flavor. I don't know why I waited so long, but now I'm going to be trying the Oolong mooncake, and this is the one that the Chinese auntie recommended for me. Your teeth just go through the soft outer layer of the mooncake, and the paste just melts in your mouth and covers every single one of your taste buds in this dazzling flavor of intense oolong tea. It's so fragrant and light, and it doesn't have a hint of any bitterness, and you really get a lot of tea flavor because there's ground up tea leaves into the paste. I really have the urge just to finish this single mooncake alone right now, but I'm gonna have to suppress that because we still have many more to try. Now for the matcha lava mooncake, and I'm hoping this is going to be the first lava mooncake that I try that I really love, because in general I enjoy matcha a lot. This is definitely my favorite lava mooncake so far. It's not super flavorful, but I could see how people like this. This is perfect if you're looking for a mild mooncake that's not overly sweet or overly intense and strong. It is very gentle and light on the tongue. It just tastes like a white bean paste, and the inner filling doesn't really taste like matcha. It's just almost like a soft, thick syrup that's not overly sweet, so it just really coats your tongue, and it's really all about the texture for this one. Next is the Mulberry Mooncake. This one already feels very different. If you press down on it, it really doesn't have any give at all, and it's really quite on the firm side. But I'm looking forward to this because I almost never find fresh mulberries. Once in a blue moon, I'll find them at the farmer's market, and I'll just gobble up a whole pack in one sitting because they're that delicious. You know, this Mulberry Mooncake is pretty good, however I still think it could be improved. It's a little bit on the dry side, doesn't quite seem the freshest. I would still try it again though because the flavor is pretty decent. It tastes more of like a fig-like flavor than mulberries, but I still love figs because it's really rich and intense, but like I said, just needs to be a little bit fresher. Now for our second to last mooncake, which is the Mango Mooncake. Wow, this is a very well done mooncake. The mooncake on the outside just tastes like mango, so they really infused the mango flavor into this, and the paste is so smooth, and you also have cut up pieces of dried mango, so it adds a nice chew to it. You also get this really pleasant orangey finish at the end, so I'm guessing that there's a little bit of orange marmalade in here. We finally come to our last mooncake, and I'm hoping to end this on a high note, so to speak, because this is the Lychee Mooncake, and lychee is one of my favorite fruits of all time. This one is really like the mango mooncake, only better because it's lychee. In my opinion, I've never tried anything that's lychee flavor that I didn't like, because again, like the mango one, the outer mooncake is flavored with lychee. It's so infused into there, and then the inner filling tastes like a cross between a lychee jam and dried lychee, so it's just really intensely flavored. And if you never had lychee before, it has this unique flavor. It's almost like a fragrant rose-like flavor. It's pretty clear to me which mooncakes I like the best. I adore the lychee, mango, pineapple, and oolong mooncakes. They're all fabulous and fantastic in their own different and exciting ways. This was a really eye-opening experience for me. Obviously, I haven't tried a mooncake in 10 years until this day, and I ended up trying a whole bunch of different flavors, and I found out that even an original mooncake, just with the lotus paste filling, as well as the salted egg in the middle, I actually like it a lot more than I thought I did. Let me know in the comments down below if you've ever tried mooncakes before, and if you have, how you like them. And I definitely recommend giving them another try, even if you weren't a fan, because I have a feeling you're going to be pleasantly surprised. Also, let me know in the comments if you'd like to see me try some of the other pastries that they have at Sheng Kee, because they have many more pastries than simply mooncakes. And yeah, I really hope you all enjoyed the video. Make sure if you did to give it a like, and also make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.